the interactive websites or to design the interactive web pages. The main intention of the JavaScript is to develop the interactive web pages. What is meaning of interactive, sir? The web page is allowing the users to work. Previously, under pure HTML pages, if you use it, sir, we are displaying the content to user. We are just displaying the content to user. But how to take the data from user, sir? User interfaces are available for that one. But after taking the data from the user, what to do? A data verification required and data calculation. కొంతమంది తెలిసిందే కదా. So after taking the data from user, sometimes we want to check the data is proper data or not. Sometimes we have to perform the calculations on the data. Why we need the calculations, sir? Suppose I want to develop the EMI calculator. On a bike loan, home loan, personal loan, EMI calculators available. Now the calculator we can design with HTML, not JavaScript, HTML. Designing everything should come from HTML. But after designing the calculator in HTML, CSS, user compulsory they're filling the details here. After filling the details, you have to respond to user or not. That is called as interactive pages. So take the data from something user, and as a developer, you have to give some results to user. That is nothing but an interaction pages. And scenarios, this one, one of the major advantages of the JavaScript, one of the primary purpose of the JavaScript is validations and verifications. Which validations are? Data validations and data verifications. With the support of JavaScript, we can verify the data and we can also validate the data. Basically, data we can do 4 operations, sir. Data verifications, data validations, data authentications, data authorizations. On data, generally, we are able to develop the 4 types of logics. Verifying of the data, validating of the data, authorizing of the data, authenticating the data. Last 2 operations, if you want to perform it, database support required, compulsory. Authentications, authorizations, you can perform with the database support only. And validations, verifications, we can do with JavaScript. JavaScript is more enough for this one. What is this verification? What is this validation, authentication, authorization, sir? First time we have heard these words, sir. Authentication, authorization, you are going to learning in your advanced Java, sir. And verification, validation, I think my duty, that one. What is verifying of the data and what is validating of the data, sir? User giving any data or not, user typing any data or not, the checking is called as the verifying. Example, mandatory fields. The concept is mandatory, but user not giving any details. What we have to do as a developer? The fields are the mandatory fields, but user not given any data. So as a developer, what is your reaction? We have to show error message or not? That error message JavaScript producing, not by any other technology. No, sir, my advanced Java producing, my .NET producing, my Python producing, sir. This thing, if you develop in Java, .NET, Python, where is your nose? And this is my nose. That's the meaning. And for this simple task using Java, advanced Java, using ASP.NET, that is the result. The improper coding. So that operations you have to perform at the client side only, not at the server side. Why, sir? But without data, you are traveling to server, right? Server verifying your data, nothing is found. Hey, user data not found, go back 100. The up and down journey waste, sir. Petrol 110 rupees per liter. Client to server, mali server to client, moreover outside heavy rains also, floods are coming. Waste process, that one. So then only some data you must check in the client mission only, not in the server mission. A client mission's verifications all are the JavaScript responsibility only. So verifying in the sense whether the user entered any data or not, checking is called as the verification. whether the user given any data or not. Cross-checking process is called as verification. What about the validation, sir? Yes, user given data. Okay. If this data is available in expected format or not. I'm the developer. I'm expecting some details from the user. Some details, some specific format available. Example, mobile number. I'm expecting mobile number from user. User simply they typed the 420. The user number typed on 420. This data they are sending to the server. JavaScript, how it is accepting that one? For user giving the data, sir. Yes, user they successfully entered the data, but the data is not reaching the expectation levels. Expected format is there or not, also we have to write the separate code. That is called as the validations. Data in valid format or not. Data in the valid format or not. That checking is called as the validation. First of all, is there any data or not, sir? That checking is called as the verification. The both logics you should develop at the client side only. These two, if anybody you develop at the server side, any server side technologies, your coding is the wrong coding. Somebody without awareness, they're doing these type of mistakes, sir. So, but don't do that things. Next, dynamic drop-down menus. Dynamic drop-down menus is nothing but a drop-down control is there in HTML. Drop-down control. Which tag we have to use? For creating of the drop-down control, which tag we have to use? Database. Database why came here? So online students, just a minute here. I have to talk with the offline students. Why online students only special treatment and offline students not visible to me, gather? Sorry, online students not visible. What they are doing there? You want a now question repeating. HTML we created the drop down control, also called as the combo box. For creating of this drop down control, what are the tags required? Only one tag. Say mal again answer. Boys hold on. Girls फिर से बोलो. One more time. మళ్ళీ చెప్పండి. और एक बार. And you are responding, they are silently sitting. They're thinking, all are responding, kada, automatically start feeling, voices difference available, kadamma. Select a tag and option tag. We already used it, sir. And with that, we created one registration form application also we created. Enrollment form application also. But that one, this one, some small connection is available. What is the connection, sir? Previously, what are the drop downs we created? Those all are the static. Reason, if you run that program anytime, the list of options are same only. Options never going to change. But those options, if I want to change the dynamically, sir, JavaScript with support of JSON or JavaScript with support of XML combo box inside list of states or list of districts or list of cities, so we can change it dynamically. So further JavaScript support required. Next, if you want to work with the date and times, the timers are displaying of the date and timer or timer functions are whatever it may be. Day to time related any operations, if you want to perform it, we have the predefined functions and classes in JavaScript. We can display the current date and time on the top of the web page. Some websites are corner displaying date and time, your login date and time. Some websites are timers displaying. Timer is running out also. Timer, time, both we can design in the JavaScript. Functions available, ready-made functions. But we have any tag in HTML, sir, to display the date and time, sir? Sure, huh? We don't have any tag. Input tag displaying, sir. You are saying input. Input means what? Accepting the data from the user. What I am asking, displaying. Displaying and output. You are saying input. Yeah. We have the tags in HTML to accept the date from the user, but we don't have any tag display the current date and time and to display the timers. No tags are available. If available, I'll explain it, sir. But I never explain the date time tags. Reasons are HTML not supporting those. Then only we are taking the support of the JavaScript. Next, fourth option, responding to the user input, sir. Nothing but an, like as our regular programming languages, taking some input from the user and showing the answers. C, Java, Python, what you are doing, that all programs comes under the fourth point. Enter X value, enter Y value, showing the sum of the values. Enter first number, enter second number, finding the biggest of the value. Enter N value, checking the even number or odd number. Enter something value, checking the prime number or not. These all type of programs comes under the only fourth point. And all over the C, all over the Java, .NET, Python, what are the examples you are solving? Regular problems available. Sum of two numbers, subtraction of two numbers, biggest of two numbers, smallest of two numbers, even number, odd number, swapping program, something. That all comes under the fourth point here. Single point, covering almost your language. Next one, displaying the pop-up windows. So pop-up windows in the sense of specially designed windows. That two scenarios we are using. One for the some messages displaying to users. Suppose regularly you are watching these pop-up windows in our computers, not websites. Websites maybe rarely you are watching, or maybe somebody not observing that one. But in computers, either regularly happens. This is one of the window. This type of windows I want to design dynamically, sir. Yes, we can take the support of JavaScript. Next one, sir. This is one more window. These windows are called as the dialog boxes. Dialog boxes. A variety of dialogues are available, sir. In programming, we are going to learning that one. So this type of windows and this type of windows. If you want to design these type of varieties of screens, we have the ready-made functions in our JavaScript. Just identify the function and call that functions. And the last one, but not least, sir, first to last to main concepts of the JavaScript. So what is the last one, sir? Manipulating the HTML layers. In the sense, we already designed the web page with some content, but based on the user activities, based on the user operations. I want to make some changes in my data. Already designed web page, I want to make some changes in the data. That is through JavaScript only possible. Reasons are, we know very well HTML user for designing of the static pages or dynamic pages. Static in the sense, sir, once if you display the data, that is final. But I want to change this data based on the user operations, user activities. I want to change this data, sir. Yes, through JavaScript, we can change it. Then it becomes as a dynamic page designing also. So these are the some of important situations or real-time cases, scenarios. We need the support of the JavaScript. We are going to working all these points, but not today, before ending of our batch. It is situational wise comes. All at a time not comes. Explain all at a time, sir. Then subject also completed. Theory part over, sir. Now we are entering into the programming. So how to develop the JavaScript and where to develop the JavaScript. First, I'm going to focusing on that one. I'll explain, but before that, a small question. This type of one topic we discussed 20 days back. CSS introduction, remember? What is CSS? Purpose of the CSS? So CSS used for designing of the data. CSS used for designing of the text boxes and buttons. Correct again? Huh? No, no. A madam already rotated like this. That madam. But what is the use of CSS? Makeup operations. But where to implement the CSS, sir? Where in the sense different places we can develop the CSS. A places names, remember? Inline, internal and external. Sure. Same question, same answer in JavaScript also. Where we can develop the JavaScript, sir? 3 places. Inline scripting, internal scripting, external scripting. Same pattern, no? Tag name changing. So how many ways or how many places to implement or to develop the JavaScript? JavaScript we can develop or implement in the 3 ways and 4 places. 3 ways, inline, internal, external, but places are the 4 places. And the second option, 2 places comes, or sub options are comes. Inline scripting, internal scripting, external scripting. These words very famous, sir, and we know very well also, but combination different. Inline styles, internal styles, external styles. Styles replaced with the script. First word is very, very popular and we use it so many times in our examples. So first I'm starting with the inline scripting, sir. So what is inline scripting and how to develop the inline scripting? Inline means HTML tag, JavaScript, both comes in the different lines. Sure. Oh. And for testing some wrong sentences I'm using, I'm just observing your reactions. This, this. HTML tag, JavaScript. If you are interested, CSS. All right in the single lines, sir. No objections. So first code starts with the tag name. Tag name right side is CSS styles. Then right side is JavaScript. Write everything in the single line, no objections. Tag working, styles applying, and script is also executing. 3 components we can implement in the single line. Nobody is going to objecting. So right now JavaScript got, I'm just focusing on JavaScript only. Then how to implement the inline scripting, sir? For implementation of inline scripting, we need some special attributes, sir. Those attributes are called as event attributes. Of course, this also we know maybe 1 or 2 times we use it. No. Projector. On click, on submit, on focus, on input, on load. Like that, we have a lot of event attributes there. Long back, I already listed. Maybe if you forget it again, I list it. That's not a problem. That one we can easily identify, sir. Is it event attribute or ordinary attribute, sir? Based on the on, we can identify. Regular attributes, normal words only available. Event attributes, they should start with the on keyword. Click, submit, focus, input, load, on blur. This we are going to using in future programs. Sir. Today we started on key press, on mouse move, on mouse out, on DBL click, on copy, on paste, on cut, on change. So many is there like this. Just focus on answer. Is there any on appeared? You can easily recognize it's an event attribute. Purpose of the event attributes are to call the JavaScript. Purpose of the event attributes is to call the JavaScript or to run the JavaScript. To call the JavaScript or to run the JavaScript. From HTML page, if you want to call any JavaScript coding, from HTML page, if you want to run any JavaScript logics, event attributes are playing the key role. And how to implement these event attributes, sir? Here we have the syntax observer, sir. As the name of your tag, one of the event equals to JavaScript steps directly. And a second event equals to one more, again some JavaScript. Third event equals to again some JavaScript. Like that, any number of events we can write. Minimum one event, sir. Maximum all events also we can implement it. But all events we are never going to preferring. That situation is not required. 3, 4 I think generally writing, sir. First event equals to code. Second event equals to code. Third event equals to code. And every event after give the space. Along with this, can I use my regular attributes as sir? Your interest. Along with this, can I use the CSS styles as sir? That also your wish. You can implement the CSS style. You can use regular HTML attributes also. No problem. So see the implementations. Official first JavaScript example. And yesterday I explained the procedure, how to create the JavaScript file and how to run it. Any special, sir? No, sir. Go to the file menu. Go to the file menu, new HTML. In any editor, you have to take the HTML file only. Edit plus, Notepad++, Visual Studio Code, or Eclipse editor, whatever it may be. You have to choose the HTML page only. Now remove these lines, your interest, that one. So come to the body section. Take one of the HTML tag. Anything is okay. Can I go for the body tag, sir? Why not? Body is also one of the tag only. Go to the body. On load means whenever the web page is loading, at the same time my JavaScript is going to executing. The HTML page is loading, sir. Side by side, JavaScript is also executing. So write something JavaScript code. Right now, we don't have that much of awareness about the JavaScript coding, sir. Then only I'm writing the simple steps. So what you are doing, sir? I'm just calling one of the predefined function of JavaScript, alert. Alert is one of the predefined function of JavaScript. What is the purpose of alert, sir? To display the alert messages. In our mobile screen, alert messages are comes to the boxes. Like that, we are also designing one box, a box inside your message displaying. What is the message, sir? Welcome to my website. But the page opening scenario, I'm just saying the welcome message to users. How many times you open the page, that number of times this welcome messages comes. Or how many times you refreshed the page, that number of times this welcome messages comes. When you're refreshing, when you're reloading, or when you're opening freshly, always this messages comes. Welcome, 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 welcome. So this is inline scripting, sir. HTML tag, script, both comes in the same line. It's called as inline scripting. Now save this program with a name, sir. Your interest, sir. So I'm going to saving with the J1. And Samsung Galaxy E series completed, sir. Now Samsung Galaxy J series started. Previous one example to example, a series over. So JavaScript programs, sir, for easy identification starting with the J and again numbering starts with 1. In Google Classroom, easily identification purpose. Extensions are .js or .html. .html only. So the name of the file is J1, extension is .html, regular format. So open the browser. Go to the address bar, type your address, html2pm/j1.html, and this is welcome message. Get a small box is there, welcome to my website. Okay. Page not displaying anything, sir. You're not developed any logic. It's empty body. Then empty page is displaying. Back to browser. Can I refresh it, sir? Refresh it. Again, the box is comes. How many times you are refreshing, that number of times welcome. Or how many times you are opening the page, that number of times welcome. There are 2 points available. Once observe, sir. Go to the theory part. Just now I explain a small point here. The 5th point is there. No? What you are watching currently, that is called as your 5th point. Displaying the pop-up windows and as well as the dialog boxes. So what is that, sir? That is the dialog. Alert is one of the dialog box. Next, go to the top of the screen, sir. When JavaScript is executing, JavaScript executed generally 2 situations, yellow color points. First day explanation, that one. Whenever the page is loaded, what we are facing? The same thing only. Whenever your web page is opening, sir, along with HTML, your JavaScript is also executing. HTML output, JavaScript output, both comes combinedly. As scenario 1. But second scenario, sir, wait few minutes, this also comes. So JavaScript generally executed 2 occasions. Occasion number 1, if the page is opening. Occasion number 2, if any work is performed by the user. Event you said, sir. Event in the sense user activity. User clicking the mouse, sir. Background JavaScript is executing. User clicking the mouse, sir. Background JavaScript is executing. User typing, sir. Background JavaScript is going to executing. User sleeping, sir. Background JavaScript is executing. So this small JavaScript step executed along with your HTML code while loading of the page. Next, I'm creating one button, sir. Here I'm going to writing the on click. Button headings are your interest. Click me, click here, press me, press here, push me, pull me. whatever it may be. This is the button, and go to the on click right here, the JavaScript. You can call again alert, sir, no problem, but I'm changing the function. I'm just using that functions documented dot write. So what is this document dot write, sir? It's one of the JavaScript printing function. Document dot write is one of the JavaScript printing function. Where it is printing the data, sir? It printing the data on the top of your web page. Your web page is already available now, so top of this web page is printing the data. What is the data, sir? Write something message. Just a small message. Now go to the browser, reload or reopen or refresh. Do any of that one. So some JavaScript code is already executed here. See that. Two JavaScripts we developed. One already executed, one waiting. When the second JavaScript is executing, sir, whenever you click on this button. If I'm not clicking on this button, sir, that code never executed. A second part of the code, if you want to run it, you should touch that button compulsory. So click on that button, sir. Second code is also executed. Then how to back to your previous page, sir? Generally using the back button, but don't use, sir. Use the refresh button. Refresh. So JavaScript executed two timings, one loading of the page, one if any event is triggered. So both are the examples of inline script only. This is body tag inline script and this is the button inline script. Both inline scripts only. In the same program, I'm going to introducing internal script also. Same program, but just two lines, one program wise are separately. Internal script. So what is meaning of internal script? What is meaning of internal? HTML code, JavaScript, both available in the same program, but not in the same place. Same line, no, but same file or same program. Internal script is nothing but an HTML code, JavaScript, both presents are placed in the same file, but not in the same line. And how to develop this internal script, sir? By using the script tag. Internal script, if you want to develop it, we have to use the script tag. Internal CSS, if you want to develop it, style tag is required. For CSS style tag, JavaScript script tag. It is situational wise tag name changed, but approach is similar approach only. And where we have to write the script tags, sir, either in the head section or in the body section, sir. Both cases we can write. 4 places I said at the top of the screen, that is the main. As per our previous knowledge, style tag we always designed inside the head only. That is the proper way of the coding. But a script tag you can write in the head or you can write in the body. Both accepted, sir, and more or both required also. Programs demanding like that. So if you want to write the JavaScript inside the head section, or if you want to write the JavaScript inside the body section, use the script tag always. Open the script tag, write the coding, and close the script tag. It's a paired tag, sir. Between the open and the closing, you can write any number of steps. Any number of steps you can develop, no problem. Now, how many places, sir? 4 or 3? 4 or 6. Models 3, inline, internal, and external. But internal inside 2 is comes. Body part is comes and head part is also comes. That is overall 4 options. Red line observe, sir, once again, it's a syntax. A red color part try to observe. Head section inside script I'm writing. Same we can also write in the body section also here. Same tag, write in the head as well as in the body. Can I write the both at a time, sir? Your interest, sir. Head to body, both also we can develop it. There is no problem. So red color line is the syntax of the script tag, sir. Script to open, type equals to text slash JavaScript. Which type of script you are going to developing, just we are informing here. Why this which types are? We have only JavaScript only, sir. We know only JavaScript, sir, but browser knows so many scripts are there. So which script you are following, just mention here. Maybe JavaScript not interested. We have other option. JScript is there. One more scripting. JScript no, sir. One more option. VB script is also there. VB script no, sir. One more option. Perl scripting is also available. TypeScript is also available. So we are the JavaScript developers. So better we are going to writing JavaScript. Is it mandatory, sir? Not mandatory, sir, but proper way of the coding. It's not compulsory, but proper way of the coding. So script opens, script close, and inside that write the JavaScript steps. What are the steps you want to execute it? Printing steps are, variables are, calculations are, if condition are, for loop are, while loop are, whatever it may be. Write directly steps only here. Don't write any curly brackets. Don't write any main functions, public static void, something. Only steps only accepted. Same repeated one more time in the body section. So if you write in head, it's an internal only. If you write in the body, then also it is a internal only. Now see the example. Same program, just modifying. First to go to the head section, start the script, type equals to text slash JavaScript. It's not mandatory, I already said. First time I'm using, sir. Next time onwards, I'm also deleting that part. This is script. Inside that, one printing statement. So documented dot write followed by, write a small message from head section. Message from head section, because this is the head script. So easy identification purpose, I'm writing this message. Instead of that, can I write the hello, sir? How are you also you can write. What's going on also you can write. This is one part. Repeat the same thing in the body section. Repeat the same thing in the body section and change the message from body section. So two scripts total, see that one. One in the head section inside, the second one is the body section inside. This is internal scripting implementations. Both are executing, sir. 100% both are executing. What is the execution order, sir? Top to bottom approach. The execution order always the top to bottom. First head script is executing, and after that body script is going to executing. Just for your awareness, for 1 minute, I'll delete this line, sir. Check the balance output. This is the output. Would that whole output produced by HTML? The total data is produced by HTML. Sound mal again getting down. This side sound very weak, abba. Charge required. I go wire. A first message is coming from JavaScript. Button coming from HTML. Next message coming from. And now what are the page you are watching? It is designed with the combination of HTML and JavaScript code. But JavaScript executed, HTML code is also executed. While loading of the page, both are executing. There's still one script pending, sir, that is event handling. But what is the moral of the story, sir? In regular websites, you are watching so much of content on the web page, right? Generally, what we are feeling, oh, this total data HTML prepared, this total data HTML prepared, because as per our previous knowledge, I think today onwards, the thought should be changed. What you are watching on the web page, that everything is not produced by HTML. Other support also available. Combination, mixing output. So internal script executing, external script external not developer, sorry. Inline script executing and internal script also executing, sir. All are total 4 scripts we developed, 2 inlines, 2 internals. 4 messages we got it here. This is 1, this is the 2, and this is the 3, and button is the 4. But all are displaying the side by side. Is any specific reason, sir? We are not using any BR tags, sir. So if you use the BR tag, there comes the line of one by one line. Alignment that is in your hands. So 2 levels completed. Next third level, I'm going to focusing. So while developing of external script, generally some guidelines required, sir. Even while developing external CSS also, we followed some guidelines. Separate file, dot CSS extension, some guidelines, rule, regulations we followed. Here also we have to follow that one. First of all, you remember the external meaning? External meaning. Break up and go into their own homes. Hero, heroine break up. Heroine go to one home, hero goes to home కాదు కదా మనం పోయేది మినరల్ కిన్లే వాటర్ బాటిల్ బిస్లరీ వాటర్ బాటిల్ పాన్ షాపు మరి బ్రేకప్ ఆఫ్టర్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు దేర్ ఓన్లీ కదా దేర్ ఎంజాయింగ్ దే ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు హోమ్ అండ్ దే ఆర్ ఎంజాయింగ్ ఆల్సో ఇటు దరిద్రం వదిలింది పోతూ పోయింది when you are developing the external script, compulsory guidelines compulsory, sir. First of all, external means JavaScript is separated and HTML code is separated. Both logics are developed in the 2 separate files. HTML code comes in separate file, JavaScript is comes in the separate file. HTML extension HTML common, JavaScript extension .js. External script we have to save with the name of .js. External styles we have to save with .css. Where .js is comes. What is the use and purpose to develop the external scripts? Reusability means once if you develop the JavaScript externally, this script we can call anywhere in the project. Once if you develop the JavaScript externally, I'll show the small picture here. So suppose this is JavaScript external file. Here we have some logic, but this logic we can access from all HTML pages. This is H1, this is H2, and this is H3. We have a lot of HTML programs like this, sir. But all these programs, they can access this logic. So developed once and accessed more times. This external script, it works like as a library, sir. Just a small comparison. In C language, it works like as a header files. In Java.NET to concepts, it works like as a packages. Once if you develop the package, sir, that we can use in all programs here. Once if you develop the header files, sir, we can access in every C program. Like that, once if you develop an external script, we can access throughout the application, or we can develop all over the application. room, first room or second room? The bathroom. So once if you develop the external JavaScript, that JavaScript internal code or functions or methods, whatever it may be, we are able to utilize from any program of the project. That is nothing but an reusability purpose. Applications is a compulsory point here, sir. Because in every program, same logic again you are developing. Unnecessary time taken process here. So develop once and use all over. Time saving first of all, and coding complexity is also reducing. But we don't know how to develop this external script, sir. I'll explain, sir. So this is our JavaScript. Some guidelines also we have to follow compulsory. JavaScript file. And all these are the HTML files. Arrow key direction, try to observe, sir. Why, sir? Arrow key is indicating who is accessing. Circles are going to accessing the rectangle box. Arrow key direction is this side. Circles all are the your HTML programs or HTML files. This is HTML file, and this is HTML file, and this is also HTML file. All HTML files, they are trying to access the JavaScript. JavaScript can access the HTML file, sir. No, sir. Correct, not right procedure. JavaScript accessing the HTML files, not right procedure. HTML accessing the JavaScript is the right procedure. How to save these files are something file name .js. Locations are your interest. Location is your interest. You can save anywhere also, no problem. So within the same folder, if you save it, it's a better, sir, because it's easy to map. If you save in the different locations, sir, well, mapping addresses writing required. We know very well how to write the addresses. In images concept, we discussed, anchor tag concept, we discussed, and somewhere also. So my suggestion is, if it is single file or it's a couple of files, maintain along with your HTML files. The 2 files only I have, sir, not much more, sir. HTMLs where it is available, maintain the JavaScript also same location. No, sir, like as images, I'm developing so many external files, sir. Better go for separate folder. Always prefer the separate folder. Number of files, quantity is important. 1 or 2 files, no problem. I have 20 external scripts, sir. 20 external scripts maintaining along with HTML is not good approach. So take a subfolder like as your images and maintain all the JavaScript inside a subfolder. While accessing of the files, just write the address clearly. Next, inside this JavaScript, can I access the HTML tags directly as well? Inside the external JavaScript file, can I write the HTML tags directly as sir? 100% no, sir. CSS are not allowing, sir. How JavaScript allowing? External CSS, remember? We can't write the HTML code or tags in the external CSS. CSS JavaScript janjigris, those are not allowing. How CSS HTML is close, very close. Those are not allowing. How JavaScript allows? So no chance to write any HTML tags or any HTML code. No HTML code directly. Next one. Can I write any CSS styles inside the external JavaScript, sir? HTML not available. Why CSS, sir? No styles. No CSS styles. And at least can I write the script tag, sir? Generally, JavaScript we have to develop inside the script tag. So can I write at least a script tag, sir? No. No, 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 no. In external CSS style tag used? No, the only selectors only we typed. And here also we have to write only script only. Script tag also not allowed. Even though no script tag, then what it is allowed, sir? All are no, 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 you are saying, sir. Pure JavaScript statements. Pure JavaScript statements. That's all. So it allows to write only JavaScript steps or statements. That's all. It allows write to only JavaScript steps or statements. So these are the guidelines and information that, okay, we followed all these guidelines perfectly and we saved and we created one file also. But how HTML file is accessing these JavaScript files are compulsory one mapping required, sir. Just external CSS, how can access from HTML? By using link tag. By using link tag. And here also like that one tag is available, sir, but not link tag. Script tag only we have to use. We already used it in the last example, sir. Developmentation of the logic script, mapping of the files also script tag only. So HTML tags, they are using the script tag for mapping. Use once again script tag for mapping. Go to the HTML program, write a script tag. Is there any position restrictions, sir? No, 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 sir. From the beginning of the program to up to end of the program, anywhere we can write the script tag. Head section allows, body section allows, top of the program allows, middle of the program allows, end of the program also allows. But linking should be happens in the top of the program only. Linking always happens in the top of the program. CSS linking, I'm saying. The not link tags are script tag. So beginning of the program to end of the program, anywhere we can write, no objections. Use script, use script, use script. So this is concept, sir. That's all. Now we have to know the script syntax. And the second one, I said here we can write directly JavaScript steps. No? So how to write this JavaScript step? Is there any guidelines or directly we can write it as a specific proforma available, sir, that we have to follow. We are writing the steps, sir, but as per the guidelines. Two syntaxes, I'll show it here. The script syntax, first I'm showing how to map it to that syntax I'm showing. Script src equals to write your file name .js and script tag close. Script src equals to your file name .js and close the script tag. Which JavaScript file you want to access it, write the JavaScript file name with the address. With the address. I want to access the two external files in my program, sir. Two external JavaScript files I want in access in my program. What to do, sir? Just repeat this one more time. Just repeat this tag one more time, sir. File 1, file 2, file 3, file 4. Any number of times you can write it. So this is the linking statement or the mapping statement between the HTML to external script. Next, circle I'm going to focusing, sir. External JavaScript allows to write only JavaScript steps only. But how to develop the JavaScript steps, I don't have any idea, sir. I'm showing that syntax also. Watch it. So this is the way to develop the external JavaScript. One by using the functions, second one by using the blocks. Developing external JavaScript in two ways, with the support of functions or with the support of blocks. Which one we are going to using, sir? Right now I'm going to starting functions. Future I'll use the blocks. Both we are using, sir, but right now I'm using first option. So function, it's a keyword, sir. Function is red color, I highlighted. It's a keyword followed by the name of the function. Function keyword followed by name of the function. Open bracket, closing bracket. Next, open curly bracket. Write your steps, then close curly bracket. This is the approach to type. Just I'll show manually also, see here. Function, it's a predefined keyword, space, name of the function. With which name, sir? That is your interest. Shiva function, or Ram function, or fish function, or fun one, or fun two. One name required. That is your interest. And start the open curly bracket. Write your statements as steps. And close this. That is the syntax what I shown. This is the main important. Which name you given here, so should remember that one, because that name we have to call from the HTML program. That name we should call from the HTML program. Next is second one, block, sir. I'm not focusing on the block currently, so future I'll explain it. So these are the two options to develop the external scripts in JavaScript. After developing this function, then how HTML is calling like this, sir? First they are mapping, sir. Mapping, after they are calling this function name. This is the calling syntax. This is function calling. I'm calling this function from HTML and then call the function. Simple process. This is the way to follow the external scripting approach. Now see the example, sir. First, we have to develop external JavaScript, then develop the HTML. No, sir, first I want to develop the HTML, then I want to develop the JavaScript, sir. God only saves you, not me. Upperwala only saves you. And a volta operation you are following. Generally morning wake up, brush, then breakfast. Common thing. No, sir, wake up, directly breakfast to next brush, to next extra activities are ending. You're interested. So how to create the external JavaScript, sir? Overall procedure we know, sir, but once again I'm showing. Go to the file menu, new. No, not HTML. We have to write JavaScript. So go to others. Long back, we used the CSS, and now JavaScript. So take this JavaScript and OK. An empty file is created. Blank file is comes. Start the function writing here as per the syntax. Function followed by name of the function fun1. Two functions I'm developing, then only fun1, fun2 I'm taking. Inside code depends upon our coding awareness or coding skill set. Second one, function fun2. Then code and close this. These are the two functions. But these two functions we developed in the external format. So we have the chance to access anywhere in the project. These two functions we can call from anywhere in the website as well as the project. But what is the logic, sir? We are still under the demonstration of the Java coding, JavaScript coding. So go for printing steps only. Document dot write followed by hi, I am fun1. Simple message. Then go to the second one, sir. Same step here also. Document dot write followed by hi, I am fun2. This is two functions just for testing operations inside simple lines. You can write calculations for loops if conditions are. Yes, sir, in front of Crocodiles Festival. Wait. ముందుంది ముసళ్ళ పండగ జర రుకో. So two functions developed, sir. Then go to the save. File menu, save. Regular our regular location, our regular adda. HTML 2 p.m. Tomorrow onwards our adda changing here. And a room problem kada congested available. Back to our starting days room. Reliance Fresh. That is very big room, sir. We can see free aram se do. Every student you can sit in 2 chairs also. So Mali, I'll forget that announcement. Offline students tomorrow onwards our classroom at Reliance Fresh first floor or Purana Adda. Now save this file, sir. What is the name of this file, sir? Test dot I am taking. Otherwise myscript.js, whatever it may be. Test.js extension and the location is HTML 2 p.m. Save it. Program saved successfully. You can observe here HTML 2 p.m. test.js. External script ready. Then start the HTML file. That is routine process. So take the file menu, new HTML. First I'm focusing on the mapping as well as the linking set in header section. Header section is compulsory, sir. No, I already said from the beginning of the program to ending of the program, anywhere we can write that line. So script followed by src equals to test.js. Actually, we have to write like this. This is original process, but we know why we are writing this shortcut. I hope you know that one. Then close the script. That's all. Mapping is done. Next, start the calling of the functions. Inside, we develop two functions together. Try to call that function. See, once I'm trying like this, fun1. Is it calling or developing? Calling only. So, but what happens, sir? We are calling others. Our calling statement is proper. Then function 1 should respond to you. But what happens here, sir? And function 1 not responding. Everything is proper, sir. Everything is proper, sir. But a small thing is missing. Okay, first we have to save this program j2.html. Now see, I have two programs. One test.js, second one is j2.html. Which program I have to execute, sir? JavaScript file or HTML file? Sure, huh? If I run JavaScript file, what happens? It shows plain text. Very good. The same point we discussed in CSS concept. Maybe remember. If I run the external CSS directly, what happens, sir? The total source code as easily printing on the web page. Now the same thing, sir. If you run the JavaScript file directly, total JavaScript showing in output. Code output not comes. So code is comes to the output. So it's a waste process. JavaScript, CSS files, you can't run directly. If you want to run any of these two, base HTML compulsory. So HTML is the universal for all web technologies. Now try to execute the program. Still we are not getting any output. What are the code I developed? That only displaying here. Why, sir? Sir, daily we are working, sir. Body inside what you typed, what happens? That as easily printing on the screen, sir. Now, browser point of view, this is a small text and it is not function calling. But here, if I type the Apple, what happens? Function calling. Apple printing. Now, same place, a fun one. And why is that this wrong communication? Because the tag impact. The data you place inside the body tag. You have to place this one inside the script tag. Reason, is JavaScript step or HTML step? Or very script tag. So take the script tag and inside that write the script. This is. You have to inform to browser, hey, this is my JavaScript. If you're not writing like this, sir, browser taking as a text, printing like as a hello, welcome, Apple, Mango, Samsung, like that, it is also printing fun one, that's all. So communication problems are script tag is opens and inside that I call the function. Now we'll get the response from the function one. HTML program calling the JavaScript function replaced to the HTML. Second function, sir, same way call the second function also. No line breaks, sir, so side by side it's printing. Like this, these functions, any number of times you can call and anywhere also you can call. Any number of times. Again, I want to call after completion of some page designing, sir. No problem. Most of the students, you have some coding knowledge, right? At least 1% or 10% or 5% or 6.7%. Printf, one universal function. Almost in all subjects, we have this one. Printf is one of the universal function. Most of the subjects, we have this function, right? But if this printf function, how many times I can use? Only one time. No, whenever you need, then you can call it. This printf function I can use in only in one program only. No, how many problems you are solving in all that problems, you can call that one. Printf predefine, fun one, fun two, our own developed. But both are functions only. That is function, this is also function. One function comes with the software, one function developed by developers. But function is a function only. This is external script mapping step and accessing the external script to functions here. So 3+1 total 4 models I covered, sir. In future, when you are solving the programs, when you are developing your own applications, if you are interested to write the JavaScript, write either internally, write either externally, write either inline. 3 options are available. But finally, conclusion you are expecting. In the CSS case, I given the conclusion. Use mostly externals only, balance only for practice purpose. But what about here, sir? Here also external only preferable, sir. Inline internal is not preferable, sir. Wrong, sir. Get everything required, sir. JavaScript in real-time applications, sometimes we are using inline, sometimes we are using internal, sometimes we are using external. 3 flavors compulsory for JavaScript. No chance to skip anything. No chance to neglect anything. No, sir, external only we are using applications, inline internal not using, sir. You are explaining wrongly, sir. Doubt available. Open a 5 to 6 websites, sir. Watch the source code. HTML code visible. And I said yesterday, JavaScript code is also visible. Observe how they typed the JavaScript. Some code developed in the script tag, some code developed with along with anchor tag, Some code developed with along with buttons. Inline available, internal available, external also available, sir. 3 compulsory. But CSS you explain differently, sir.